Hi, so I wanted to do a video review of this book because it is a graphic book. It's a photo book, and it's not like any other book I've reviewed before on my blog, which, contemporary romance, paranormal, any of those fiction books. This is completely different than that, but it's called The Bodies of Mothers, and it's by J. Beale, and I came to learn about this book just the other day, this week. I think it was the weekend. I'm not too sure. I think it was Sunday, but it might have been Saturday. And I saw it because someone had posted a link on my Facebook timeline. I believe it was Mo had liked a link, and it led to the San Francisco Globe page that had a video depicting what they were trying to do with this book, the author or the photographer Jade. And it was like an emotional moment for me watching the video because it hit home so much, the issues I have with my body after giving birth to two beautiful children, the conflicts I have with what I see on the media, with what I see in the mirror every day. And so I felt compelled to share this video with my followers. And to date, it was one of the most powerful posts I think that I've ever shown, and it was definitely the most popular one, with over 3,300 views or served by the time I went to bed. I have no idea how many more saw it after that, because when I woke in the morning, I was given notice by Facebook that I had been reported for an inappropriate picture, and it had been removed, and it was the preview image for that video, which showed a woman's belly and the underside of her breast. Nothing else was shown, no nipple or areola, and two children on her side, and someone reported that as being inappropriate. So they removed it, and unfortunately others missed out on the opportunity of seeing that post and getting to go check out that video. But I will be having that video linked to on my blog underneath this video review. When I had seen it, I didn't see a purchase link right away, and I went through and I went to the Kickstarter page and read that, and I went to their website, and then I ended up going to Amazon, and Amazon had it there, and it was a pre-order at the time because they didn't have enough in stock. It wasn't going to be shipped out till the 28th, so I pre-ordered it, and it was $38.99, $40, which, it's a substantial purchase, but it's a big book. I mean, it's huge. I don't want to really show any of the images inside because I don't want to infringe on any copyright, but most of the images are all black and white. They're very tasteful and beautiful, and along with each one comes a story or something that the person who was photographed wrote about their experience. And I'm not going to lie, some people who know me know I'm not a big crier. It takes a lot of a connection for me, and I started crying reading some of these stories because it hits home. It hits home quite a bit to read how other women struggle every day from childhood on to now after having children, or just in any sort of way with the image that they see when they look in the mirror, because I know that I do too. So to know that I have this now, it's comforting because it's a way to help heal myself, and hopefully for me to find a way to find acceptance. And I love the idea of having this out and about. My children can look through it, my girls can look through it and see beauty every day in the variety of bodies that women have, and that the stretch marks that great portion of us get from child rearing to not just that, but just growing, that it's normal, it's beautiful, and it's there, instead of the artfully erased, lengthened, skinnied up, photoshopped images that we are bombarded with on a daily basis. So it was nice to have this. My husband looked through it, and he thought it was spectacular. My daughter actually saw one image, and she started making a comment like, "Oh, I don't like that." My husband, he was shocked, and he goes, "Why? There's nothing wrong with that image at all. It's beautiful." It was just for my daughter, the idea of seeing another woman naked, for some reason that made her feel uncomfortable. And we sat down and explained things to her. But, you know, my husband's always been a great supporter. He tells me every single day how attracted to me he is and how beautiful he thinks I am. And it doesn't sink in as much, because still I think about, well, all those other women who have the flat stomachs that are firm and the skin is perfect, it doesn't wrinkle up, or as I call mine, a Sharpay at times if I move it a certain way. And, you know, so he does his best to instill the idea that my body is beautiful, but my mind fights with that on a daily basis. And I think this book is a great first step to fighting that, to just finding acceptance. I mean, after I gave birth to my first daughter, my eldest, I went to a dermatologist 5 weeks later, because he was the only dermatologist in Southern Oregon, and you had to wait a year to get in to see him. And I wanted to have, you know, skin cancer check and everything. And he saw my stomach, and this was an older gentleman, I think in his 60s, and poor bedside manner and his reaction when he went, basically said, "Holy crap, you have the worst stretch marks I have ever seen." And my inner self just felt crushed. I mean, first off, I already felt bad about them. You know, it's 5 weeks after birth, so they're still in their red state and everything. And then hearing someone say they are the worst he's ever seen, it just crushed me. And I saw my gynecologist probably a week later, and I flat out asked him, "You've seen a ton of pregnant women's stomachs. Is this the worst you've seen? Is it just torn up?" And he looked at me and he goes, "No, this isn't bad. This is normal." And at least he had the decency to, you know, have better bedside manner and calm a postpartum woman's nerves. And, you know, of course, time has healed them up. They're no longer red and screaming. My stomach is a lot smaller and flatter than it was before, and so they're a lot better looking. They're not the worst I've seen out there. They're there. They're not the best. But still, you know, I won't lie, I've thought time after time about if I could just get laser surgery on them, if I could just do this or that. But the truth is, I can't do that, and I need to come to an acceptance of it. And so I figure first step in acceptance. These women so bravely showed their bodies for this book to help charge way to finding that I should feel a little comfortable in doing the same. I'm going to brave it out and show you guys my stomach. Like I said, it's not the best, it's not the worst. My Sharpay, as I call it when I wrinkle it. But it is my stomach. It is what I've got after giving birth to two beautiful, gorgeous girls, and I want to trade it. So thank you to Jay Beal for starting this project, and I encourage you that if you can spare the money to own this book in your home, to be able to show your children it too, and boys and girls, to show them what a beautiful body is, I highly, highly recommend it. So thank you.